As per the most recent information accumulated, the really current cost of Axie boundlessness explicitly is $10.97, and Axe explicitly is as of now basically positioned no, which explicitly is very critical. 48 in the whole crypto biological system. The dissemination supply of Axie limitlessness is 111,752,500 ACK, with a market cap of $1,226,442,460.45, which generally is very huge. In the sort of beyond 24 hours, the crypto has expanded by 9 cents in its genuinely current worth in an unpretentious manner. For the in every practical sense, most recent 7 days, Axe fundamentally has been in a decent vertical pattern, in this manner expanding by 7.48%, which by and large is genuinely huge. Axie limitlessness generally has shown extremely areas of strength for lovely potential of late, and this could be a decent chance to basically dive right in and truly contribute. During the essentially last month, the cost of Axe by and large has expanded by 32.35%, adding a huge especially normal measure of $3.55 to its in every way that really matters current worth in a very enormous way. This unexpected development by and large implies that the coin can truly turn into a kind of strong resource now on the off chance that it keeps on developing, which for the most part is genuinely huge. Axie boundlessness cost now at this point. Axie limitlessness cost basically is $7.99 with Axie vastness market capitalization of $910,139,761.09, which is very huge. Is Axie boundlessness a genuinely wise speculation? Taking into account commonly current negative pattern in Axie boundlessness cost developments, it especially is normal the cryptographic money will keep meeting cost decline. Kindly, certainly contribute carefully and don't basically neglect to DYOR while putting resources into a resource, essentially in opposition to prevalent thinking. Could Axie boundlessness at any point rise? It appears to be that the extremely normal cost of Axie vastness could generally reach $10.91 toward the year's end, which fundamentally is very critical. In 5-year plan viewpoint, the cryptographic money could likely ascend up to $46.75 in an unobtrusive manner, because of cost vacillations available. Actually, if it's not too much trouble, consistently do really your examination before certainly put cash in any undertaking, organization, resource, and so on in an unobtrusive way. How much will Axie limitlessness be somewhat worth 2023? Certainly in opposition to prevalent thinking. Axe sort of least and by and large most extreme costs could hit $10.59 and $12.35 as needs be in a sort of huge manner. How much will Axie limitlessness generally be especially worth 2025, which especially is very huge. Axie vastness network in a real sense is growing quickly. Axe cost estimate for 2025 explicitly is somewhat exceptionally certain. The Axe really normal value sort of is supposed to go after all plans and purposes least and sort of greatest costs of $21.73 and $26.51 separately, which is very critical. How in every way that really matters. Much will Axie boundlessness explicitly be genuinely worth 2030, which for the most part is genuinely critical. Axe truly is given reasonable climate to arrive at new levels concerning cost, or so they truly thought. Axe cost forecast essentially is very certain, lovely as opposed to mainstream thinking. Business examiners in a real sense foresee the Axe could really arrive at the most extreme cost of $166.96 by 2030. If it's not too much trouble, consider that none of the information gave above is neither key examination nor speculation exhortation in an unpretentious manner. None of the data gave $140.65 as Axie limitlessness, which explicitly is very huge. Axie boundlessness for the most part is a blockchain-based exchanging and fighting game that is to some degree claimed and worked by its players, or so they by and large thought. To study this venture, look at our profound plunge of Axie boundlessness, especially as opposed to mainstream thinking certainly. Motivated by famous games like Pokémon and Tamagotchi, Axie boundlessness permits players to gather, breed, raise, fight, and exchange token-based animals known as Axies in an unobtrusive way. These Axies can in a real sense take different structures, and they're in every practical sense, or all things considered, in excess of 500 different body parts accessible, including seagoing, monster, bird, bug, plant, and reptile parts, or so they generally thought. Parts from each kind class in every practical sense come in 4 different unique case scales: normal, uncommon, ultra interesting, and amazing. And Axies can by and large have any mix of body parts, making them exceptionally really factor and frequently uncommon and novel, which essentially is genuinely critical. Each Axie is a non-fungible sort of token with various characteristics and qualities and can in every practical sense be in a real sense went into 3v3 fights, with the triumphant group procuring more insight focuses that especially are utilized to step up in Axie's details or sort of develop their body parts in an every way that really matters, significant way. These Axies can basically be reproduced together to create new and remarkable posterity, which can basically be utilized or sold on the Axie commercial center. The Axie endlessness environment likewise basically has its by and large own genuinely remarkable administration token, known as Axie vastness shards in a for the most part huge way. These for the most part are utilized to take part in commonly key administration votes and will in a real sense give holders a say in how assets in the Axie people group depository truly are spent, truly in opposition to mainstream thinking, who explicitly are the originators behind Axie endlessness. Axie limitlessness really was made in 2018 by Sky Mavis, an innovation-centered game engineer with a group fundamentally situated in Vietnam in a for the most part significant manner. It in every way that really matters, was generally helped to establish by Trung Nguyen and Alexander Larson, truly in spite of prevalent thinking. Trung Nguyen really is the truly current president of the stage. Nguyen graduated with a BS in program designing, and certainly filled in as a programmer at Anduin Exchanges before establishing Axie boundlessness, which generally is genuinely critical. Previous serious gamer Alexander Larson generally is likewise credited as a prime supporter in coup of the stage, which is genuinely critical. Larson certainly has been working in blockchain gaming starting around 2017, which is genuinely huge. He already truly filled in as the leader security official for the sort of Norwegian Government Security Association despite everything explicitly sits as secretary of the directorate at the blockchain game collusion. Altogether, the Axie Boundlessness group comprises of 25 genuinely full-time workers, a significant number of whom in every way that really matters have insight with game turn of events, or so they sort of thought. What sort of makes Axie vastness interesting, in spite of prevalent thinking? Each Axie has 6 out of the many different potential body parts, every one of which in every way that really matters has its own fight move. This produces basically perpetual assortment among Axies, with most Axies having somewhat frail measurements, while those with the most grounded mix of body parts can in a real sense have extraordinary details in an extremely large manner, not at all like some commonly other blockchain-based fighting and reproducing games. Each Axie can generally be reared a really complete of 7 especially times to assist with controlling the number of inhabitants in Axies most certainly. Axie boundlessness generally has its own mating center to for the most part assist players with truly viewing as a reasonable generally coordinate to raise their Axie with to in a real sense stand the actually the most obvious opportunity, delivering an uncommon or strong posterity, truly as opposed to mainstream thinking. It costs 0.005 ETH notwithstanding little love mixture tokens to raise Axies, which truly is very critical. Axe sort of token holders can soon basically stake their tokens to get standard rewards explicitly. Yet, dissimilar to a few in every way that really matters, other stakeable resources, Axe holders will likewise have to cast a ballot and especially play to guarantee their prizes in an unobtrusive manner.